Hi everyone, welcome. Today we are looking at the terms collocation and connotation. These are really important if you want to sound fluent and sound natural. But more importantly, if you're studying for any type of language exam, it's what the examiner is going to be looking for. So today's topic is Mother's Day, and let's get started. So a collocation is just a combination of two or more words that just sound right. And I know that's really annoying because they don't sound right to you when you're studying another language. But we say that they sound right because there's no actual grammatical reason why they're used together. There's no rule to it. It's just over time, more and more people use the combinations of words and they sound right. So today we are going to have a look at 10 collocations, and we're going to be looking at adjective noun collocations. And our noun is mother, in honor of Mother's Day that is coming up this weekend. And connotation, well, think about it this way. It's that extra feeling or emotion that a word evokes when you hear it or when you read it. It could be positive, it could be negative, it could be neutral, and it could depend on your own personal situation. So let's dive into some of the words commonly used to describe mothers and think about the emotions that they evoke. Loving, a loving mother. Warm, a warm mother. Fair, a fair mother. Wise, a wise mother. Thoughtful, a thoughtful mother. Strict, a strict mother. Lenient, a lenient mother. Make sure you're stressing that first syllable, lenient. Patronizing, a patronizing mother. I am more American in my pronunciation of this word. In the UK, we normally say patronizing. Patronizing, patronizing. A, a. Doting, a doting mother. And overprotective, an overprotective mother. So just think about the feeling that you have when you hear those different words. What immediately comes to your mind? So now we are going to talk about the connotation of each of these words. So this connotation we're focusing on today is the idea of, is it positive or negative? And in that first one, loving, I think everyone will agree that this is a positive. It brings those really warm feelings of care and affection. So it's definitely a positive. And I've just mentioned warm feelings. So a warm person, we're not talking about temperature, we're talking about being warm-hearted. So this is again going to be very positive. But be careful, because warm means somebody is very friendly, warm-hearted. If you change it and say hot, now you're saying that somebody is sexy. They are physically attractive. So be very careful with those different temperature adjectives when you're describing a person. Of course, you can use them to talk about somebody's temperature. Oh, Anissa, you're feeling a little bit warm. I think you're coming down with a fever. Fair. Fair. If a person is fair, this is all about equality, meaning they treat people in an equal and just way. So this is especially important if you have siblings, if you have brothers and sisters. You all want to be treated equally. So it's important that you have a fair mother. Wise. Wise. What is the difference between being wise and being intelligent? Well, we normally say that anyone can be intelligent. There are some exceptionally intelligent, smart children. But that expression, with age comes wisdom. So we associate being wise with someone who is older, meaning you are smarter because of all the experiences that you've had in your life. So it's a little bit different from the idea of being intelligent in terms of you've read lots of books and you've studied a lot. Thoughtful. Oh, now this can be tricky because you could describe somebody as thoughtful if they are deep in thought, they are considering something. Somebody might have a thoughtful expression on their face, so you can tell that they're really considering something. But it's not just about deep thinking. This could also be used to talk about people who are considerate of others. So, if they consider other people's feelings or situations. For example, say you have to work through your lunch break because you're really busy and you've got a tight deadline. One of your colleagues might go off and bring you back a sandwich or a cup of coffee. So they considered your feelings and your situation, and you would describe them as being a thoughtful person. Aw, thanks for thinking of me. Oh, I really appreciate it. Then there's the adjective strict. And this is a really good example of a word's connotation differing from person to person. Because you might actually like to have lots of rules. But generally speaking, it is considered to be a negative. It's got that idea that you're being suffocated. It's a little bit overwhelming. Oh, stop being so strict. Relax a little. Lighten up. Now, on the flip side, we have the word lenient. Flip side, on the other side, it's just an informal way of saying in contrast. So, on the flip side, we have lenient, which means it's the opposite of that idea of being strict. So, somebody who is more relaxed, they're understanding. You would definitely want to have a lenient boss, for example. My boss is very lenient regarding break times. As long as we all get the work done, he doesn't mind if we come back 10 minutes or even 15 minutes late from lunch. Patronizing. Patronizing. What do you think? Have you heard this term before? Is it positive? Is it negative? What do you immediately feel when you hear it? Can you think of any synonyms for it? So, patronizing is how we describe somebody who is talking down to you. And this is a phrasal verb, meaning they're talking to you as if you are not smart enough to understand what they're saying. They're quite arrogant, they're condescending. So, what do you think? Positive or negative? Hopefully you are all saying negative right now because nobody wants to be treated like they're an idiot. So it's a negative way of treating people. Now, you can use this to describe just one particular situation. So you don't have to say, Bob is condescending all the time. You could say, wow, Bob said something really condescending to me the other day. Or, yesterday, Bob was really condescending when he said, so it's not all the time, but occasionally it happens. Doting, a doting mother. This comes from the verb to dote on someone, which just means to shower someone with lots of love and attention and affection. It's a lovely figurative term that we have. You can shower someone with praise, shower someone with compliments, shower someone with presents, shower someone with kisses when you're just giving them a lot of that item. Normally, it's a positive noun. The compliments, the presents, the kisses, it's things that people want normally. So, it can be used in romantic relationships, but it's more often used to describe parents or grandparents who dote on younger children in the family. So, a doting grandmother, a doting mother. Lastly, we have got overprotective. Now, as soon as you use the modifier over, you've probably got that idea that there is too much of something. There is an excess. I don't really want this amount. So you could say, Bob overslept this morning. He slept too long. Or Mary is overweight. So her weight is excessive. It's a negative thing. So a mother who is overprotective might be really strict and not give that child as much freedom as they would like. Or maybe they take control of decision making and they don't give the child the freedom to make those decisions themselves. So overprotective, it's now got that negative connotation. So there you have it, guys, a shorter video today where we have looked at 10 common adjectives used to describe the term mother, which means we end up with collocations. And these 10 collocations have different connotations. So they immediately bring that idea, oh, it's positive, or oh, that's quite negative, to mind. It's important to pay attention to connotations when you're studying and when you learn a new word. So if you're not sure, ask Google, look in a dictionary, leave me a comment and ask me. If you have enjoyed this video, please give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss my next video on Mother's Day that's also going to include a little bit of grammar as well. Take care, and I'll see you then. Bye, everyone.